Welcome back, everybody. In this video, we're going to go over silver cards, and we're going to go over the tier list and how I think and where they belong on the tier list. So let's jump right into it. So first card we're going to pull is going to be this 1/1/1, which is Luminous Commander. That's what it does. Whenever an allied officer follower enters the field, gives this follower +1/+0 until the end of the turn. Also, if you evolve it, you summon a knight. 1/1 as well, 0 cost, because you know that's what you're doing. All right, for me on this one, I'm gonna have to place it. I think this is just probably B. I don't think it's anything great. I don't think it's horrible. I think you can get that +1 and it's useful, but I don't think it's anything magnificent. So I think B will be average. That's where I like to. Wish we can just call this average. Average. Look at me, I can spell. All right, to the second card, we go to Luminous Lancer Trooper. All right, fanfare. When you place it down, you get a knight. 1/1. Now this, I think, is this is the bread and butter of Swordcraft. And it has rush too. Whenever an allied officer follower enters the field, gives it rush. I think this is a very good card for 2. I think it's like mandatory to have this card. I think this is a. It's where I believe it's at. I think it's above average. It should be in every deck, and it's wonderful. It does the job, and if you have it alive and haven't taken it out, you can put down something as an officer and attack right away with the rush given. So that helps out quite a lot. All right, into the second one, the Royal Coach Woman. All right, everyone has mixed opinions on this one. A 2 cost, 1/2. Last words, you get a knight when they kill it. I personally am not a fan of this. It just depends on your deck and what you're doing. If you're trying to get as much bodies out there, then it'd be all right. I'm gonna have to say it's just an average card as well. I don't think it's that great. Personally, I don't like it in my deck at all. But if you're trying to put a whole bunch of bodies on the board, and they do kill it, you get another body, so it's not horrible. I just don't think it's that great. Once again, average for that card. All right, the Shinobi Scroll. All right, some people think this is take out your deck. Some people think this is good for budget decks. I think it is wonderful depending on the play style and how you're gonna play. It does do great when you evolve it. I think that's where it starts to shine. When you evolve, you get another Shinobi Scroll put out there. So, and it has the ambush. So depending on who you're facing, this could just sit there, cook if you're going for face. I have a face sword that I'm always trying to get lethal as quick as possible. I think Shinobi Scrolls are amazing for that. If you're not doing that, then this might not be the one for you. I think Scrolls Shinobi is definitely an A. Due to the evolve on it as well, giving you another body, also an ambush. So that's where I put it. Right. Next up, Rusty. Rusty. I have mixed feelings about this guy. So if you super evolve, you draw all of Rusty, and the other cards that you have will have Storm. It's hard to fit him in decks. I've seen decks that use him, but I feel like he's more of a budget friendly card. I don't think he's meta that well. If you're running for face, Storm is pretty nice. For a silver card, he's not bad, but only for budget wise, I would have him in my deck. And if it was budget, then I would definitely say he belongs in A for a good budget. But outside of budget-wise, I would put him probably at B. I don't want to use my Super Evolve on him when I have other cards that are going to get the job done with Super Evolve for face. I know he gives you 2 other ones, but I mean, it's kind of situational. He kind of like floats between these 2, in my opinion. It just depends. I'm going to keep him at average. And then we're going to look at the Ancient Crown. Okay, Ancient Crown. Here it is. Oh, Ancestral Crown, sorry. Ancestral Crown. This is a +1/1 to your followers. Whenever an ally follower enters the field, give it +1/1. This is slow. It costs 4 points. And around this point, I feel like just dropping the crown and that's your turn. I'm not a big fan of it. It's slow, but if you have the opportunity to do this, It can pay out dividends depending on what you have followed up for turn, or points 5 and 6. I like to call them turns because usually at those turns, that's where your points are at. So for me, my play style, I don't use it, but it can work. I'm going to have to say this is still at an average due to cost of it being at 4. Not a big fan of it. It can really steroid your characters with, can't remember that one gold card. It's going to drive me insane. Where is she at? Let me pull it up. Gold cards real quick. Her. Zirconia, the Iron Crown Ward. When she brings out other people, she's getting +1/1 as well. So like when you pair these together, then it becomes really strong with the Super Evolve. So then I would say it's more than average. Then it, you know, it's really strong at that point. So you got to debate on your turn though with this crown. You're going to drop it at 4, and then at 5 you're going to drop this, but then you're not going to drop this at 5. This is going to come later at 6. So I feel like it depends on the tempo in the game. But I just feel like this is situational, and I don't think you can just drop it willy-nilly as much as you want to. Let me know what you guys think about that in the comment section, how you guys feel about the Ancestral Crown. But that's where my opinions are with Ancestral Crown. Now, Iron Crown Majesty. Alright, this is a pretty cool card. Summon Steelclad Knight and a Knight. You get a 2/2, and you get a 1/1. Give all ally followers on a field, you can give them +1/1 depending on how your board's looking. You have choices here. So if you need more bodies, you can drop more bodies, and if you already have bodies, you can plus up your bodies. Personally, I think at a 3 cost, I think this card is an A in my opinion. Yeah, I think it does a great job. Now for Luminous Magus, I think this card is fantastic. This can be to catch you back up, slow them down, set you up for the next play. This card is very well. The Fanfare summon 3 Clad Knights. Pretty awesome, and they all have ward. Whenever an allied officer or follower enters the field, give it ward. Really strong. Personally, I think this belongs. That's right. I think this is an S rate for a silver card. I think this is a solid 5-drop. This is what I believe is kind of how the silver cards are, in my opinion, and from playing the deck and doing several hundred games of Swordcraft, I feel like this is where it belongs. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section, and if you enjoy these kind of videos and these tiers, just let me know. Give me a thumbs up, a comment, subscribe, or don't subscribe, whichever works for you. Just, you know, give me some feedback if you want to, and share it. I'd love to talk to you about what you guys think and how these cards helped you or made your life worse, and what you took out or what you placed in and how they helped you. All right, until then, you guys have a great one.